you. Believe me, baby.
What's up, everybody? It's me, the Nerdy Hero. I'm here to review the movie Kong Skull Island. And I'm just going to do this quick review because there's not much to say about this movie besides the fact that I loved it. I had so much fun with it. It's very, how do I say it? It's a good movie. It's an okay movie for some people. Some people might even not like it, but I don't think it's really going to be whatever the DC movies are called. Divisive. That's what it is. That's probably what DC stands for. Anyway, the Divisive movie. I think it's a pretty okay movie, pretty good. I personally love the movie. A lot of reviewers are saying that the movie had some pretty bad human characters, even though obviously we paid to see Kong. His name is on title, and my God, they deliver on Kong. But I'll get to that in a second. But for the human characters, I'm just gonna say that I watched the movie, and yeah, they're not necessarily the best human characters for us to really care about them. But I think that they all serve the purpose, and they're all like pretty entertaining. Some had more of a plot use in the narrative point of view from what they were being used for, like John C. Reilly's character, who shows up, and he's pretty much there for comedic value, and also he also provides backstory on the island. Samuel L. Jackson being more of an antagonist in the role, but some of the negatives on the human characters would be like, sadly, Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston. I feel like they were kind of pointless in the movie. Brie Larson even more so, because obviously Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson are great actors and actresses, and they played their roles good. It's just that, you know, Brie Larson was there to take pictures. You know, she just took pictures. But once seen this movie once, I got to see it again. Maybe she had a more pivotal role in certain aspects that went right over my head. I wasn't paying attention or something. But Tom Hiddleston's character was, you know, the tough ex-military guy who comes in and he knows how to take care of business in the wilderness, and I believed his acting chops. I believe that he could do that, but I believe that they need to beef up, you know, what he could do in the movie. And then Brie Larson, they could have just cut out completely. I don't know if she really need to be there. So I don't know. That's the only like fault I can find with the movie, the negative aspect. Pacing is pretty okay with the movie, right from the beginning of the movie, and then for the rest of the movie, he's a huge presence on this film. Now, the story of the movie, let's say, well, it's connected to the Godzilla universe, or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to call it the monster universe, because Universal's doing a Dracula, mummy, werewolf, monsters universe, so I might call it like the kaiju universe, I guess you can say. This is connected to the 2014 Godzilla movie that came out. You have that same company that was in that movie, that monster hunter company, Monarch, is now, this back in the 70s, it's taking place when the Monarch company was just starting. And they were aware that there was a monster somewhere on this island, and they hired this military team on a expedition mission to, you know, find the island and to discover the island. Basically, they don't tell anybody that there's a monster there, and basically they were kind of looking for Godzilla. They don't really say it, but they end up finding Kong instead. Once they get to the island and all the action starts, Kong shows up right in the beginning of the movie. And he's basically there as a presence to just defend the land. He's there, this is his island, the humans come, start blowing it up, and he just shows up and he defends it. And once he's defended it, he walks away. He doesn't care about the humans that much. He really just wants to be left alone and do his own thing. Now, you actually get some interesting backstory on Kong in the movie. You get some, you know, character development on him and what his reasoning is for what he does. And basically, one of my biggest gripes about Kong during the marketing was, I'm like, yeah, they made him a lot bigger to fight Godzilla, but I don't think he's still big enough to fight Godzilla. He's still not big enough. I mean, he's fast. My God, his fighting, he's awesome. He's awesome. But he's still not big enough. And something they actually point out in the movie is that he's actually really young. He said that he still has a lot of growing left to do. So he's actually a young Kong, even though he looks like a monster. He's a beast. He actually is young. They actually point that out, so which means that he actually has a lot growing up to do, which means he could be big enough to fight Godzilla by the time whenever time period that movie takes place. So now that kind of, you know, smoothed over my little gripe about him. But for the rest of the movie, I loved Kong. The action was great. The CGI was awesome. And another thing was the cinematography and how the film was shot and directed and all that. And I looked up the director. I can't say his last name. I'm gonna call him Jordan. His first name is Jordan. He's in some other movies that I've never really seen, but he's basically an unknown director to me, and he shot this movie beautifully, you know? I'm sure he has cinematographers and stuff that do that too, but the way he shot it and the lighting and the way the filters they used and all that. Like, the movie was beautiful, and the CGI was really, really strong, which was fantastic to see. Overall, I want to give this movie like a 7.9, almost like an 82, kind of like in that region, because like I said, the human characters that you're supposed to care with and follow through with, they fall a little flat in some areas. A lot of cliche moments in this movie, but it's supposed to be like a fun monster movie. It's not supposed to be taken too seriously, and once you like let yourself go into that suspension of disbelief, you can have a lot of fun with this movie. Is there any spoilers I want to talk about? I guess I'll talk about the after credit scene a little bit. So basically my review, by the way guys, this is going to be spoilerish, so this is the end of my review. I gave it a 79.82, kind of like in that region. I can't even place it. I want to say like 80, 81. I'll give it an 81%, guys. So that's my review. Hope you guys like it. Now I'm going to talk about some spoilers right now. And the only spoiler I'm really going to talk about is just the post-credit scene that there is at this movie. And I've never cheered so much for a post-credit scene. It's not much, it's just teasing what's to come. And they show you King Ghidorah, they show you Rodan, they show you Godzilla, and they show you Mothra. And basically the company Monarch is telling them that all the research is true, that the Earth is hollow, and at least in certain areas, that there's more islands, there's more monster islands, and they're adding this whole mythology of like, this Earth is not ours, it belonged to these monsters, and eventually they're going to want to take it back. But you got like King Kong and Godzilla, who are going to defend the Earth the way it is, which means that they may end up fighting each other, obviously in 2020. And honestly, when that movie comes out, I want the two of them to fight, and I want a clear winner. I don't want them both to team up and then fight a bunch of other monsters. I want a clear winner between the two of them, which I doubt they're going to do, but I really want one. But anyway, we got Godzilla, King of the Monsters, or King of Monsters, and that's, I guess, the post-credit scene is teasing those three monsters he might go up against, or those three monsters are going to show up eventually within these films. But I was cheering, I was yelling out all the monsters' names as I was seeing them on screen. It was awesome, and I can't wait for more. That's my review, guys. I hope you liked it. Remember, you can like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also go in the comments and let me know what you guys thought of the movie. And as always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy. What's up, everybody? It's me, the Nerdy Hero. Just reminding you guys to check out tpublic.com so you can check out all my latest Nerdy Hero shirts and gear, as well as to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can check out my latest videos. And always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.